if you are thinking about pursuing a career in nursing in Australia, this video might be perfect for you, as we are going to give you a complete guide on how to become a nurse in Australia. So let's go ahead and discuss about how to become a nurse in Australia. Before we discuss about how to become a nurse, let's give you a quick overview of the nursing industry here in Australia. So nurses provide nursing care to different patients in different settings, like in hospitals, in aged care facilities, in private homes, and in outpatient facilities. And they are very important part of healthcare services here in Australia. At the moment, around 290,000 nurses are working in Australia, and it is expected to grow by 13.9% by 2026. So it is one of those careers in healthcare that definitely has a great growth. Now, nurses usually work in different sort of industries that includes general and specialist medical services, pathologies, ambulance services, childcare, aged cares, dental and elite healthcare, neonatal, and many other industries. Now, when it comes to hours of work, on an average, a registered nurse will work around 41 hours per week, which is pretty much an average work hours for most of the jobs here in Australia. Now, the average age for a registered nurse is around 43 years, but there is a large share of nurses who are between the age of 25 to 34 years. At the moment, it is around 25% of the workforce. Now, nursing is clearly a female-dominated industry, with around 89% of the people working as a nurses are female. The male account for the rest of the 11%. Now, let's discuss one of the very important things, which is about how much money nurses earn here in Australia. So, a registered nurse on an average earn around $1,937 per week, which is roughly around $100,000 per year. And if you want to look at the average hourly rate, that's around $51 per hour, which is higher than the average hourly rate of other jobs. So it is definitely a rewarding career in regards to finances as well. Now let's go ahead and discuss the steps you need to take in order to become a nurse in Australia. First thing first, let's understand the types of nurses. So there are two main types of nurses you will see here in Australia. One is enrolled nurse, other one is registered nurse. For enrolled nurse, you would need to do a diploma of nursing. This course is around 1.5 years to 2 years full-time study, and it costs around $12,000 to $20,000 per year to complete this course. Enrolled nurses usually work under the supervision of registered nurses, so they can't really work by themselves. They usually have to be monitored by a registered nurse. Now, if you want to become a registered nurse, then you must complete a bachelor's degree in nursing. This is a 3-year full-time course. Now, usually you will be required to complete work placements as part of your course also. It is usually in different healthcare settings, and the amount of hours will depend upon the type of course that you are completing. When it comes to the cost of studying bachelor's of nursing in Australia, it is around $20,000 to $50,000 per year. Obviously, 3-year full-time course can cost you anywhere from $60,000 to $150,000. It obviously depends upon university that you're choosing and the city you are doing this course as well. But there are scholarships usually available if you want to study these sort of courses, and we will link some of the fully funded scholarships in the description below. So make sure to check the link for the scholarships over there. Now, in regards to the entry requirements, if you want to do a bachelor's in nursing, you must have completed your year 12 in back home country. You usually will have to undertake an English test, which could be IELTS, PTE, CAE, or others, and you must have scored at least 7.0 as the overall score in IELTS or equivalent in other English tests. Some universities even expect students to have at least 7.0 in each of the modules. It's a good idea to confirm that with the university that you're planning to study this course in, as they may have some other specific requirements also. Now, some students usually have this question that, can I do masters in nursing because I've done bachelor's in my home country already? So if you've done a bachelor's degree in nursing and you want to do masters here in Australia, great, you can definitely do that. But if you have done bachelor's degree in other stream like in accounting, ID, or some other relevant field, then you can still do your masters in nursing in Australia, but you usually need to do a foundation course before you can undertake masters of nursing. You can also become a registered nurse after completing a master's degree in nursing. A master's degree costs anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 per year. So you're looking at $50,000 to $100,000 for the master's degree in nursing. And apart from that, you will obviously need to do your work placements as part of your course also. Now, there are a few other requirements if you want to become a nurse in Australia. First thing first, you will need to get your vaccinations done. There are different type of vaccination required in different different states and territories like tuberculosis, influenza, hepatitis B, measles, COVID, and many others. Make sure to check these vaccination requirements in the state that you're planning to practice your nursing. You will also need to have your work with children check. This is a screening process to ensure that you can work with children and you are fit to do that job with children. And last but not the least, a police check, which is to check your criminal record here in Australia. You usually require all these documentations either at the start of your course or before you start your work placements. So once you have done your course and you've got all the documents ready, the next step will be to apply to APRA. APRA stands for Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Authority. So you must apply for a license to practice as a registered nurse here in Australia with APRA, and you can't work without getting this license. And with this license or registration, you have to renew it every single year as well. Now let's discuss some of the popular universities to study nursing here in Australia. So some of the popular ones are University of Melbourne, University of Technology Sydney, Queensland University of Technology, Monash University, University of Adelaide, Australian Catholic University, Griffith University, University of South Australia, Deakin University, and Victoria University. Of course, there are many other universities and colleges that teach these courses, so make sure to do a bit of research before you choose any of the university. Now let's finish off this video with just a quick update in regards to the future growth of nursing in Australia. Now healthcare industry is one of the fastest growing industry here in Australia, and nurses are the backbone of this industry. So if you are planning to study nursing in Australia and want to practice as a registered nurse, then it's definitely a good career to be in. Health Workforce Australia estimates that there will be a shortage of nurses here in Australia. It is estimated that there will be a shortage of 100,000 nurses here in Australia by 2025 and 123,000 nurses by 2030. So Australia definitely needs lots of nurses. Well, that was a quick guide in regards to a career about nursing in Australia. If you want to know further details about nursing, then I definitely suggest you to check our complete blog article on our website. We'll make sure we put the link of that in the description below. So check that out as well. And if you have any other career in mind that we should make a video on, please let us know about it in the comment section as well. And if you find any value, please make sure to share it with your friends. And as always, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.